Assalamualaikum and very good morning. My name is Amir bin Abdullah and my number entry is 264567, and I'll be talking about the explanation about pension scheme, employees provident fund, EPF and SOSCO. In basic words, to help you save money for later life, a pension scheme is simply a form of retirement package. Compared to other forms of investing, it is also a favorable tax status. A special type of long-term retirement account is a pension scheme. Within your working days, it is a tax-efficient way to save cash. Few pension schemes are controlled by workers, while others are controlled by themselves. In fact, you can save more than one pension account if you wish. That is a long-term investment, and as you getting older, it makes sense to put more money aside because that's what pension scheme let those who do. During your working life, you frequently invest a bit of your money so that in later life, whether you wish to work less or retire, you will have an income. There are several forms of pension schemes exist. Others may be operated by your company, while others may be set up by yourself alone. Also, by investing in one system doesn't mean that other tax-efficient savings schemes such as IFA will not be invested. Next, the Employees Provident Fund (EPF), or also known as Kumpulan Wang Simpanan Pekerja (KWSP), is a Malaysian government organisation that administers the compulsory long-term care insurance plan of personal or non-public servants. The EPF works to convert accounts by monthly donation from workers and their employees. Although these funds may be used for deposit, they may be used for different transactions by the EPF or in a certain situation by both the employees too. Mostly under the EPF scheme, an individual has to make a certain amount to the scheme, and contractor has to pay an equivalent contribution. The worker earns a lump sum balance on a retirement, both self and company contribution with interest on both. Last but not least, SOSCO, Social Security Organisation, which is also known as Pertubuhan Keselamatan Sosial (PERKESO), is a Malaysian government entity established and provides workers with social welfare protection. Together under Employees Social Security Act of 1969, the idea of SOSCO is promoted by the reality of mutual responsibility by resourcing, pooling, service costs, and earning replacement. SOSCO is a fundamental need that must be addressed as agreed, Convention 102. Minimum standard for social security. The key role of SOSCO is achieving the objective is to provide workers and the dependent with security insurance under the Employee Injury Scheme and Invalidity Scheme.
My name is Muhammad Amir Zakaria. Matric number is 264626. Today I will present about similarities and the differences between pension scheme, EPF and SOSO. So the first one, similarities between all of these three agencies have one same function, which is saving upon your retirement or retirement guarantee. So basically nowadays our government has provided this kind of agencies to help us to survive even when we are not working, and also we can use our money after we retire. So these three agencies have same function, which is save our money during employment and use it after retirement. So the next one is differences. The first one, pension scheme. Pension scheme is only available for those who work with government sector, not for private sector. So pension scheme is every company have their own pension scheme plan, which is company have pension plan that offer monthly retirement benefits to the employment that replace 50% of your compensation. The next one is EPF. EPF is available for both government sector and also private sector. But nowadays, EPF already have their own pension schemes. So for both government sector and private sector can apply to use pension scheme. For EPF saving is generate deduction of your base salary. Currently, employees can choose either 11% or 8%. It based on the salary. The last one is SOSO. SOSO is only available when accident occurs during the employment. If employees suffering from employment injuries or occupational disease may receive free medical treatment at SOSO panel clinics. So all of these agencies have their own advantage. So depends on ourselves to we plan to survive for our future.
My name is Tuan Alia Zurina binti Tuan Zainal Abidin. My number matric is 264567. 4, 3, 4, 5. Today I would like to share about benefits offered by each scheme. In Malaysia, the law provides for a pension scheme that, as an employer, is founded and operated by government to protect its employees against various contingencies. Pension benefit from part of their public sector service status. One of the benefits of the pension scheme is that pensionable public sector workers are entitled to a number of benefits, including monthly pension and gratuity benefits, as well as cash award of cumulated leave. The second advantage is benefit for survivors. The Survival Benefit Plan (SBP) enables a pensioner to guarantee a constant lifelong annuity for their dependent after death. The annuity based on the percentage of the retired salary is referred to as the SBP is charged to the qualifying recipient. Last but not least, a pension for disabilities. Disability pension is provided where the injuries or illness caused by his work or travel accident and officer retired. The sum of the pension for disabilities depends on the degree of disability. The next benefit is about Employees Provident Fund (EPF). The first one is tax-free contribution are the advantage of making Employees Provident Fund (EPF). The lifetime pension is the second benefit. Employers both contribute 12% of EPF salary. 8.33 of the employer's share is transferred to the pension fund of employees (EPS). Last but not least, the value of insurance. Under the Workers' Deposit Linked Insurance (EDLI) scheme, which is an insurance cover offered by the EPFO, the benefit forms are available.
My name is Nur Narira binti Ahmad Nizam and my matric number is 264896. Now I will continue to present the benefits offered by each scheme, which is the last one is SOCSO. Basically, we know that SOCSO provide workers with social security. One benefit offered by SOCSO is the Employment Injury Program, where it covers an employee during the employment period against accidents and occupational disease. In addition, SOCSO also offered Employee Insurance Scheme, or we call it as EIS. EIS is deducted separately and not within the category of SOCSO. This is very helpful as once you lose your job, EIS will help lessen the burden you might face in the future. So the last part in this study is about advantages and disadvantages of each scheme. So pension scheme has its advantages, which is the chance to diversify through asset groups. As for investors, they have the option to select the asset class which they want for a full exposure. They can choose between pure debt, pure capital, or a combination of both debt and equity. However, pension scheme also has the disadvantages, which is the first one is lack of access. An individual who haven't reached the age 55 cannot access the pension funds. Next, pension scheme also very complicated because it is highly regulated, especially when it was designed as a long-term investment.
My name is Waniwatika binti Azizan. My matric number is 264925. For the second scheme is Employee Provident Funds (EPF). The advantage are health emergency. Health emergency is the benefit offered by the provident funds of worker. A member may withdraw up to the 6th of his or her salary or the full amount of the contribution to date, whichever is less. It is possible to use the funds for yourself or for other family members. However, even before retirement, we can withdraw some portion of these funds for some essential expenses. The advantages are large loser at the time of retirement. If we withdraw money from the provident funds, then at the time of retirement we will have to face a long losses. The last one is SOCSO. The advantage are the value of schooling. It includes grants to beneficiaries dependent on a certain process. Requirement includes the person who below than 21 years of age and not married. A scholarship to study at a higher educational institution may be given to the recipients. The disadvantage is, for any day of donation not paid, a late payment interest rate of 6% per year will be charged. That's all from us. Thank you.